Hello everyone, myself Sravanthi working as an assistant professor in data science and cybersecurity in MLR Institute of Technology. Today our topic is CLR of one parser. We are going to discuss what is CLR and what are the steps we need to follow to construct a parsing table with an example. So what is CLR parser? So CLR parser stands for Canonical LR parser. Canonical LR parser. CLR. C stands for Canonical LR parser. So L is nothing but it reads the input string from left to right. It scans the input string from left to right. And the last R, it represents rightmost derivation. Rightmost derivation. As we have already seen what is LR parser, SLR parser. Now we are going for the CLR parser. C stands for canonical LR parser. L stands for left. We are going to scan the input string from left to right. And R stands for rightmost derivation. It is most powerful LR parser. It makes use of look ahead symbols. Here what we are going to have is CLR of one parser. Our topic is CLR of one parser. C stands for canonical LR parser. L is nothing but left to right scan. And R is nothing but rightmost derivation. 1 is nothing but look ahead symbol. So, actually we have seen LR of K. LR of K is nothing but K points to number of look ahead symbols. Here I have 1. 1 points to one look ahead symbol. It points to one look ahead symbol. So, 0 is nothing but 0 look ahead symbols. 2 means 2 look ahead symbols. Here we are going to have CLR of one parser. 1 points to look ahead symbol. 1 look ahead symbol. LR of 1 items is equal to LR of 0 items plus look ahead symbol. As we have already completed LR of 1 parser and SLR. LR of 0 and SLR. These are the two parsers we have already completed in the previous class. So, LR of 1 items. LR of 1 item is nothing but LR of 0 plus look ahead symbols. We have already calculated LR of 0 items. Plus, we are going to have one extra one, that is nothing but look ahead symbol we are going to add here. So, this is nothing but CLR of one parser. C points to canonical, L points to, we are going to read the input string. That input string we are going to read from left to right. R points to rightmost derivation. 1 points to look ahead symbol. So, one look ahead symbol we are going to have. So, that is nothing but we are going to calculate LR of 0 items. Nothing but canonical list of items, plus we are going to add one more thing, that is nothing but look ahead symbol. We are going to add look ahead symbol in each state. So, what are the steps that are required to construct a parsing table? So, first we need to convert the given context-free grammar to augmented grammar. So, first we need to read the grammar and check whether it is unambiguous or ambiguity. We need to check the ambiguity of the grammar. Then convert the context-free grammar to augmented grammar. And the next step, after converting it into augmented grammar, we need to insert dot at the beginning of RHS of all the productions of the grammar. Then construct or find LR of one connection of items. Nothing but we are going to calculate list of items for all the productions, which we have done for the SLR of one parser and LR of 0 parser, which we have constructed. Same thing we are going to construct here. But here the only difference is, here we are going to have LR of one collection of items. Nothing but we are going to calculate LR of 0 items plus look ahead is going to be added. That is the only difference when compared to SLR, LR of 0 parser and coming to CLR of 1 parser. Then after calculating the collection of items for each state, for each production, the last step is we are going to construct a table. In that table, we are going to have the two functions. The first one is go to list and the action. So, these are the two things we are going to have. So, first read the grammar and convert it into the augmented grammar, and afterwards insert dot at the beginning and then calculate the LR of 1 items. This is important for the difference for LR of 0 items and LR of 1 item is we are going to calculate LR of 1 item. LR of 1 item is nothing but the 1 represents we are going to calculate look ahead symbols. Then after calculating the collection of items, when we are going to we are going to construct the parsing table. We are going to construct the parsing table having the two functions, that is the go to function and the action function. So what are the rules that are used to calculate a look ahead symbol? Look ahead symbol. Here we are having LR of 1 is nothing but LR of 0 plus look ahead symbol. So to calculate the look ahead symbol, to place some look ahead symbols, there are some rules are there. So what is the first rule? Case 1. To add look ahead with the productions. In each state, when we are going to apply go to function on each state, for each production, we need to add the look ahead symbols. So directly we cannot add the look ahead symbols. There are some rules we need to follow. The case 1, first case, A tends to alpha dot DC, comma A, DC, comma A. So this is my production and this is my look ahead. Nothing but this is nothing but LR of 0 and this is nothing but my look ahead symbol. Suppose if you are having these type of production in your example, we are going to have, suppose this is the 0th production. Now since dot precedes B, so we have to write B's production as well. As we have already constructed LR of 0 and SLR of 1 parser, when we are going to calculate when you are going to find the go to function on each state, for example, A tends to AA, A tends to B, A tends to B. Now I am going to have the dot is here. When I am going to apply go to function on this, go to I naught comma A, small a. So what it is happening, A tends to A dot A. After dot, if I find a non-terminal, then we need to write that non-terminal productions. Then we need to write the non-terminal productions. What is here I am having, it is a non-terminal. So what are the non-terminal productions I have? These are the two non-terminal productions I have. Dot AA, A tends to dot B. So these are the two productions. If I find after dot a non-terminal, then we are going to write the non-terminal productions. Suppose if I have dot after this, if I have a terminal, then we don't have the terminal productions. Nothing but in the LHS part, we don't have a terminals. Only we will have in the LHS part non-terminals. Then we are going to write only the non-terminal productions. So that is the point it is telling. Now since dot precedes B, so we have to write B's production as well. We have written B's production. So nothing but if I have like this production, A tends to alpha dot BC comma A. After dot I have a B. So I am going to write the B production, that is B tends to D. B tends to dot D. Suppose this is B's production. The look ahead of this production is given as look ahead to previous production. That is nothing but 0th production. So here in 0th production, after B, C is there. So assume first of C. Assume first of C. So nothing but what we are going to have. So till here we have already discussed in the previous session that after dot, if I find a non-terminal, we are directly going to write that particular production. But here, after this production, I need to write the look ahead symbols. I need to write the look ahead symbols. See here, after B dot, there is a non-terminal. I'm going to write the non-terminal productions. After these non-terminal, if you find one more non-terminal, then we are going to calculate the first of that particular part. Nothing but first of C. What is first of C? For example, first of C is D. So then I'm going to write D as my look ahead symbol. If suppose after dot, if there are two non-terminals are there, then what I'm going to do, for worst non-terminal, we are going to write the production, and then after the non-terminal which is there, we are going to calculate the first of that particular non-terminal. And we are going to get the first values, nothing but the first function values from the original production. So first of C, suppose we assume first of C is equal to D. So then directly B tends to dot D, comma D. Already I have here A as my look ahead symbol. The next production which is written just because of the first production. After writing that production, then I need to write the look ahead symbol. So this is nothing but LR of 0 and this is nothing but look ahead symbol. After comma which is there, that is nothing but look ahead symbol. See here, assume that first of C is equal to D. Then first production become B tends to dot D, comma D. So this is my case 1. So the next one is case 2. Now, if the 0th production was like this, after dot only one non-terminal is existing. So then we are going to write the look ahead symbols of previous production. For example, see here, A tends to alpha dot B, comma A. Now I have after dot there is a non-terminal is there. So I need to write these non-terminal productions. So what are the non-terminal productions? Just now I have written the same production I am writing, B tends to dot D. B tends to dot D. Now I need to write this is my LR of 0 item which is completed. Now I need to write the look ahead symbol here. So what look ahead symbol I need to write? After these non-terminal, I don't have further non-terminals or further symbols are not existing. So directly what I need to do, which is there after this, the look ahead symbol, the same look ahead symbol is carry forwarded. This production is written just because of the previous production. When I am going to write the previous production as it is, after dot there is a B, nothing but the non-terminal. I have written the non-terminal productions. After writing these non-terminal productions, there is no more non-terminals existing after the one non-terminal in my original production. So then what we need to do is we need to write the look ahead symbols of the previous production. Same. Here we can see there is nothing after B. So the look ahead of 0th production will be the look ahead of first production. If the previous example what we have seen is A tends to alpha dot B C comma A. So in that production, after these non-terminal, after this there exists one more non-terminal is there. So that's why we have calculated first of that particular non-terminal. But coming to here in case 2, there exists only one non-terminal. So directly we are going to write that particular productions, and after this there is no more non-terminals are existing. If no non-terminals are existing, then we are going to write the look aheads of the previous production from which we are writing this production. The case 3. Assume a production A tends to A or B. Then what will be this production? What will be the production? A tends to A comma dollar, A tends to B comma dollar. Here the first production is part of the previous production. So the look ahead will be same as that is previous production. Suppose what it is telling is in my original production, if I have A tends to B, A or B, this is my, here the first production is part of previous production. This I can write it as A tends to A tends to B. A tends to A tends to B. If in my first production there is a dollar after dot, so directly that production only we are going to write in the second case. Here the first production is a part of the previous production. So the look ahead symbol will be same as it is for the both productions. Nothing but A tends to A or B dollar. So these I can write it as A tends to A dollar, A tends to B comma dollar. So this implies this one. If dollar is there, if I am having or symbol, nothing but for both it points to the same. So that is the meaning over here. So these are the 3 cases we have. Now, so what is the augmented grammar? Augmented grammar is nothing but for the original grammar, we are going to initialize one G dash as a augmented grammar, and the productions will be S dash tends to S. So for example, I have this is my grammar, then I have a production some S tends to AA, then the augmented grammar will be G dash, and what it will be S dash tends to dot S. S dash tends to S. First initially S dash tends to S is my production. So this is my original grammar and this is my augmented grammar. This is my original grammar and this is my augmented grammar. Now the purpose of this new string, nothing but what is the use of using this new string, that is augmented grammar and this new production. The dot S initially, the dot S indicates that the parser should stop parsing. Nothing but when I am writing this new production, why we are going to write this new production is it indicates or it shows that when to stop my parsing, when to stop reading the parsing or when to complete my parsing. The dot before indicates nothing but the first dot. It is already read by the compiler. After S, it is yet to read by the compiler. The first dot is after dot. If some terminals are there, non-terminal, that is read by a compiler. After S, there is a dot. It is yet to be read by a compiler. Why we are going to write this new production nothing but the augmented grammar is, it indicates me that when to stop parsing or when to stop. It shows me that to stop this is completed, or to stop the program, or to stop the go to function states. It indicates the parser when to stop parsing. So we are going to have one example. S tends to A tends to AA or B. So this is my original context-free grammar, and now this grammar we are going to convert it into augmented grammar. Augmented grammar is nothing but here in my grammar, this is my grammar. In this grammar, the start state is yes. The start state is yes. So what we are going to write here? We are going to write the new state, that is S dash tends to S. So yes, after S we are having my original productions A tends to A tends to B, A tends to B. So these are the productions. Okay, so first we have written augmented grammar, and these are my original productions of the grammar. Now, after completing these augmented grammar, what we are going to do? The step 2 is we are going to write the dot before each production. Nothing but S dash tends to dot S, S tends to dot A tends to dot A tends to dot B, A tends to dot B. So why we are copying all this? See here, after dot S is nothing but it's a non-terminal. So we need to write the S productions. I have S production. After writing these S production, after dot I find a capital A. It is also a non-terminal. So now I need to write this A productions. There are 2 productions. So we need to write how many productions are there? That many productions we need to write here. So this is my I naught state. This is my I naught state. Now what we are going to do? Here, this is till here we have done in our LR of 0 parser and SLR of 1 parsing table. LR of 0 parser and SLR of 1 parsing table. But coming to here, we are going to calculate LR of 1 items. LR of 1 is nothing but we are having LR of 0 plus look ahead we are going to maintain, as it is a canonical LR parser. Canonical LR parser. So what we are going to do here? Right here. S dash tends to dot S. S dash tends to dot S. As this dot, as it is my starting symbol, so it will have a dollar. The look ahead symbol for the first state, for first production, or the start symbol will be having a dollar. So here after dot I have S. So S is nothing but it is a non-terminal. So I need to write the S production. What is the S production? S tends to dot AA is my first production. According to case 2, we have seen 3 rules. Case 1, case 2, case 3. According to case 2, after dot I have only one non-terminal. So I have written that non-terminal. These productions are written. There is no more non-terminals are existing after this non-terminal. So what we are going to do? We are going to copy the look ahead symbols of these production to here. We are going to copy the look ahead symbols of these to here. According to case 2. Now after dot, what I have A. A is there. As it is a non-terminal, so I am going to write the A productions. What I am having? Dot AA. A tends to dot B. These are the 2 productions which are written just because of A. Now after, according to case 1, so what will be the look ahead symbols? After this capital A, there is one more non-terminal is existing. So we are going to calculate first of A. We are going to calculate first of A. So what is first of A? First of A, according to these original grammar, first of A. In the RHS, check the what are the first of A. What are the first functions are there? First of A, I have In the RHS part, the first one is A and the next one is B. A comma B. A comma B. So first of A is equal to A or B. A comma B or A or B. So the same thing is written here. As these two productions are written just because of this one, so the same thing is going to be copied. The same thing is going to be copied. So this is nothing but LR of 0 items and this is nothing but look ahead symbol. Look ahead symbol. When these two are combined, we are going to have LR of 1 items. LR of 1 items. So this is nothing but LR of 1 items. So this is our I0 state. This is our I0 state. Now, the same thing once I have written here, I0 state. Now we are going to calculate the go-to function. Nothing but LR of 1 collection of items. LR of 1 list of items are going to be calculated here. So the first I0 is completed. So what we have discussed, how to calculate the I0 is nothing but in each state. This is my I0 state. Here I need to read all the productions over here, and we may get, if I get a new production, then then we will initialize it to new state. If the same productions are repeating which are there existing in the previous states, if so, then we are going to write the same state number. So this is our I0 state. Now we are going to find out the go to function I0. What is our first production? This is our first production. After dot, what I have? Yes. So after dot, what is there? On that we are going to apply a go to function. When we are going to apply go to function on that particular state, the dot is moving to the next state. The dot is moving to the next state. So what we are going to have, go to I0 comma S is nothing but S dash tends to S dot comma the dollar. So after dot there is no terminal or non-terminals are there. So this is completed. So it is I1. It is I1. Now next, go to I0 comma capital A. Go to I0 comma capital A. So what we are going to have? S tends to A dot A comma dollar. This dot is moved to the next position. When I apply go to function on particular terminal or non-terminal, the dot is moving to the next state. The dot is moving to the next state. A dot A comma dollar. So what I have here, A is there. A is a non-terminal. So we need to write this non-terminal productions. A tends to A dot AA. A tends to dot B. Now what is our look ahead symbols? As this is my non-terminal, after dot I find only one non-terminal. So directly I have written the productions for this. Then after there is no more non-terminals are existing. So what we need to do? We need to write the look ahead of that previous production. Nothing but these dollar should be written here. This is according to case 2. According to case 2, we are going to get this one. Now next, go to I0 comma small a. A tends to A dot A. A tends to A dot A. So what I have here? A or B. Again I got here A. As A is my non-terminal, we are going to write here non-terminal productions. A tends to dot B. So after this there is no more non-terminal. So directly we are going to write the same look ahead symbols. Same look ahead symbols. These non-terminal, if I find a non-terminal, the productions which we are going to write is from I0 state. I0 state. Again, when we are going to write those productions, we won't apply go to function on that. We are going to write the same, what are there here in I0 state, the same as it is the productions we are going to write here. We are not apply again go to function. So the previous one, this is nothing but I2 state and this is nothing but my I3 state. Now next, go to I0 comma B. A tends to B dot comma A or B. So this is our I4 state. This is our I4 state. After dot, there is no terminal, non-terminal. So it is completed, I4 state. Now, I0 function, I0 state is completed. We have read all the productions which are existing in I0 state. Now then move to the next state, I1. It is completed because after dot there is no terminal or non-terminal. So I1 is completed. Next I have is I2 state. So go to I2 comma capital A. The first production in I2 state is capital A. S tends to AA dot comma dollar. AA dot comma dollar. After dot there is no terminal or non-terminal. So this is completed. So I5, I4 is completed. So the next state will be I5. So the next, go to I2 comma small a. Small a. So A tends to A dot A comma dollar. A dot A comma dollar. As it is after dot we have a non-terminal production. So we are going to write the non-terminal productions of that particular non-terminal. A tends to dot A tends to dot B. So what will be the look ahead symbols? After non-terminal, there are no non-terminals. Only one non-terminal is existing. Nothing but it is case 2. In case 2, if we have only one non-terminal after a dot, so we are going to write the look ahead symbols of the original production. Dollar, 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 dollar. So check whether this production is already existing in the previous states. So check A dot A. Yes, it is existing here in I3 and here in these I2 comma A. Productions are same, but the look aheads are differ. The productions are same, but look aheads are differ. So we cannot write the same state. We are going for the new state, that is I6. I6. So the next, go to I2 comma small b. I2 comma small b. So what we are going to have, I2 comma small b. A tends to B dot comma dollar. A tends to B dot comma dollar. B dot comma dollar, it is completed. Check whether A tends to B dot. Yes, it is there. But here the look ahead symbols are A by B and here my look ahead symbol is dollar. So both are not matching. So this will be our new state. I6 is completed. So this is I7. I7. Now I2 is completed reading. Then move to the I3. Go to I3 comma first production is A. A. So A tends to A dot comma A by B. A dot comma A by B. So it is after dot there is no terminal, non-terminal. So this is also completed. So it is our I8 state. I8 state. Check whether the same production is existing with the same look ahead symbols. There is no, we are not able to find the same production which is already existing. So let us write it as I8, new state. Now go to I3 comma small a. I3 comma small a. A tends to A dot A comma A by B. As here dot is there. So we are going to write the look ahead symbols of that one. A tends to dot A tends to dot B. So what will be the look ahead? After these A, there is no non-terminals are existing. So we write the same look ahead symbols for this. Because these productions are written just because of the original production. So that is the reason we are going to write the same look ahead symbols here. So check it whether the same production is existing or not. I3 and this one both are same. See A dot dot B dot B. The look ahead symbols are A by B. Here also the look ahead symbols are A by B. So same state write I3. Same state we are going to write I3. Next go to I3 comma small b. Small A tends to B dot comma A by B. So which state it is? It is in I4 state. I4 state. I3 is completed. Capital A, small a and B. So we have done reading all these productions of I3. Now check I4. B dot. It is also done. Because after dot there is no terminals, non-terminals. No more production. It is completed reading. Next go for I5. I5 is also completed. Now check for I6. I6. So till when we are going to check is until we don't find any new state. Until we don't find any new state. Till then we are going to apply this go to function on each and every state. Now apply go to on I6 state. Go to I6 comma capital A. I6 comma capital A. A tends to AA dot comma dollar. AA dot comma dollar. Check whether this state is existing. AA dot dollar. No. So I8 is completed. Now it is I9. I9. Next. Go to I6 comma small a. I6 comma small a. So what we are going to get here? A tends to A dot A comma dollar. As here dot is there. So we are going to write the productions of that one. Dot AA. A tends to dot B. So after dot only one non-terminal is existing. So we are going to write the same thing. Dollar. Dollar. Same look aheads are written. So what state it is? A dot A dot AA dot B dot. So here the dollars are same and here also the look ahead and the LR of 0 items both are matching. So what we are going to do here? This is I6 state. Same productions are there here in this state. So it is nothing but I6. Now go to I6 comma small a is completed. The next one is B. B. A tends to B dot comma dollar. A tends to B dot comma dollar. So what it is? A tends to B dot comma dollar. It is in I7 state. It is in I7 state. Now check all the productions of I6 are completed. Yes, all the productions of I6 are completed. Then go for I7. A tends to B dot. After dot there are no productions. So I7 is also completed. Check I8. It is also done. After I8 again I have I3. Already I3 is written initially and we have applied go to function on that. So we are not going to do here again. So duplicates are not done. Only once we are going to do here. Any new states are there? Check if you find any new states, on those new states whether we are going to apply, whether we have applied go to function or not. If we are not applied go to function, then we need to apply go to function on that particular state. These process, these collection of list of items, go to function application will be done until we don't find a new state. See here, I7 I got. I completed I6. I7 as it is, B dot is there, it is done. I8, it is also completed reading. Check, I3 it is done. I4 it is done. Again I9 is there, new state. But it is also completed. AA dot. It is also completed. I6, it is completed. I7 completed. So, this way we need to check whether all the things are completed, whether all the states reading is completed and whether we have got any new states are occurred. If so, we need to apply the same procedure until we don't find any new state. So, this is nothing but the list of items. LR of 1 items we have calculated. So, the next one is we are going to calculate the data flow diagram. So, we can represent in this way or this way also we can represent. We can also represent, we can write the go to function directly like this, or if you want to show in diagrammatical manner, we can represent it like this. The same thing is written in a diagrammatic manner. So, what are the rules we have? LR of 1 items. If any non-terminal has dot preceding it, we have to write all its productions and dot. Same thing which we have applied here, the same thing as written here for this diagram. Same procedure is applied. Check, if I find dot, after dot, if you find any production, nothing but non-terminals, then we need to add preceding each of its productions. For each state to the next state, the dot shifts to one place to the right. Nothing but when we have applied goto function on each state, on each terminal or non-terminal, the dot is moving to the next state. The dot is moving to the next state. All the roots of look ahead are applied over here. The same thing we can write it in a data flow diagram. So we can write like this or that way. Both are pointing to same. So let us try here. So what is our I naught productions we have? S dash tends to dot S, S tends to dot A tends to dot A tends to dot B, comma dollar, comma dollar, comma A by B, comma A by B. This is I naught. So how we are plotting is, when I am applying, when I am giving some input on each state, it is moving to the other state or maybe standing in the same state. Nothing but like a DFA diagram we are implementing. I naught on S, where it is going, I naught on capital S, it is moving to S dash tends to S dot comma dollar. So this is nothing but I1 state. I naught on capital A, I naught on capital A. So where it is going, S tends to A dot A comma dollar, A tends to dot A comma dollar, A tends to dot B comma dollar. This is I2. 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 Small a tends to A dot A by B, A tends to dot A by B, A tends to dot B, A by B. This is I3 state. This is I4, that is nothing but B. A tends to B dot comma A by B. This is I4 state. I5, I2 on capital A. I2 on capital A. I2 on capital A, it is moving to I6 state. So, nothing but we are going to write the same production, I5 state. I2 on small a, it is moving to I6 state. I6 state. I2 on small b, it is moving to I7 state. I7 state. I3 on capital A, it is moving to I8. I3 on small a, it is moving to self loop, I3 only. I3 on small b, it is moving to I4. I4. Next, I6 on capital A, it is moving to I9. I9. I9 state, it is moving. I9. I9 state, it is moving on capital A. Capital A. Next, I6 on small a, it is moving to self loop, small a. Same thing. These things only we are going to write in a data flow diagram. I6 on small b, it is moving to the I7 state, small b. So these are the steps where this is the representation of data flow diagram. So the same thing we have written in the form of collection of list of items, nothing but canonical list of items. We have applied goto function. The same thing we are representing it in the diagrammatical format. So now for these, we are going to construct the CLR of one parsing table. CLR of one parsing table. So here we are going to have the two functions are there. One is action part and the other one is goto. One is action and the other one is goto. So here in the goto function, we are going to have the terminals. In the goto, we are going to have, we are going to have the non-terminals, and in the action, we are going to have list of terminals. So here in the diagram, first we need to, in the productions, we need to check what are the terminals and what are the non-terminals. Check what are the terminals I have. A and S are the non-terminals, and what are the terminals are A, B, and we have a dollar. Dollar indicates that it is my final state. So these are our terminals. It is non-terminal and it is the terminal. So according to this, we are going to plot in a diagram. So in a CLR of one passing table, let me draw here. So let me draw the CLR of one passing table. Go to AS, and what are the terminals I have? A, B, and the dollar. Here I have how many number of states I have here? Total number of states are I9. So we need to write here I9 states. I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, I6, I7, I8, I9. I9. So these are the states we have. These are the 9 states we have. So I0 on capital A. So what I have here, I0 on capital, yes. I know here in the goto function, we are going to represent only, we are going to remove the I and just we are going to write the numbers. For example, I1 is there. We are going to ignore I and just we are going to represent only 1 here. I0 on S. What I am having here, I0 on S, it is moving to the state 1, I1. So we just ignore I, we are going to write only numbers. I0 on capital A, it is moving to 2, second state. Next, I0 on small a. Small a is nothing but here action. There are 4 types of actions we have: shift, reduce, accept, and error. Shift is nothing, shift is represented with S, reduce is represented with R, accept, and error. If the string or if the grammar is accepted, we are going to write accept. If we find any errors, we are just going to write it as error. Here we are going to use shift, reduce, and accept here in action part. I0 on small a. Here we got here is I3. So what we are going to write here is, instead of writing I3, we are just writing shift 3. I0 on capital small a, it is moving to shift 3, S3. Just instead of I, we are going to write S. Why? Because action consists of shift, reduce, and accept. I0 on small b, it is moving to the S4. I4, nothing but S4. I2, comma capital A. So I2, comma capital A. Where it is moving? I2, comma capital A, it is moving to 5. Fifth state, I5 is nothing but number 5. We just ignore I, we are going to write 5. I2, comma small a, it is moving I2, comma small a, it is moving to I6. Nothing but we are going to write it as S6. I2, comma small b, where it is going? I7, nothing but S7. Shift we are going to do. Next, I3, comma capital A. I3, comma capital A, it is going to 8th state. I3, comma small a, it is going to S3. I3 is nothing but S3. Next, I3, comma small b is nothing but it is moving to S4. Next, I6, comma capital A. I6, comma capital A, it is moving to 9. I9 is nothing but 9. We just ignore I and we just write numbers in goto function. I6, comma small a, it is moving to I6 is nothing but S6. I6, comma b, it is moving to S7. I7 is nothing but S7. So these are nothing but shift part we have done. Now check or find what are the final states. Which states reached the final state? Which state reached the final state? So how to identify what are the final state? The dot for the given productions, each production, check in which state it reaches the last. Nothing but where, in which state the dot is lying at the last of the production. See here I1, S dash tends to I1. So it is represented as I1. Next, check what are the productions I have which reached final. A tends to B dot is nothing but I4. Next, AA dot is nothing but I5. Next, I7. A tends to B dot, I7. Next, I8 also. I8. Check still any? I9. I9. So 6 final states we got. So the states which the productions which reached final state are first we need to find out what are the states which reach final state. Then afterwards, then you mention the numbering for the given production. There are 3 productions are there. You just mention some numbers like R1, R2 and R3. A or B. So this is one production and this is one production. So we need to mention separately the numbering. R1, R2, R3. So these are the 3 productions. Mention R1, R2 and R3. Next, find out the final states. After finding the final states, you just plot the numbers for the original production. Not for the augmented grammar, for the original production we need to find. Then afterwards, go for the particular production. See here, I1 is our final state. Go to that I1 state. Which one it is in final state? From which state it is going to which state and where it got final state? We need to check it. See here, it is the final state is in I1. The final state is in I1. So, what happened here? As it is our initial state, nothing but as it is our starting symbol. So, we are going to write accepted in the starting symbol. So, it is in the I1 state. Just go for I1. What is the look ahead symbol we have? Dollar. Just go to the dollar and you write here it is accepted. As it is our start symbol. So, it is ended in I1 state. So, you just plot in the place of dollar. Dollar indicates that my string is accepted. So, here in the dollar we are going to write accept. For every state there will be a accepted. But the start symbol indicates my completed reading. So, we need to write dollar accept there. The next, I1 is completed. So, the next we have I4. Just go to the I4 state. A tends to B dot. A tends to B dot. What is the production number? R3. R3. Just go for R4 state and the reduction number is R3. Reduction number is R3. What are the look ahead symbols we have? A or B. So, just go for A, B. You just write R3. R3. Just write down R3, R3. Next, I4 is also completed. The next one we have I5. Just go for the I5 state. Go for the production. S tends to AA dot. Check the reduction number for S tends to AA. R1 is our reduction number. R1 is our reduction number. What is the state? I5 is the state. Reduction number is R1. Check the look ahead symbols. Dollar is the look ahead symbol. Just in the place of dollar, you just write the reduction number as R1. So here the reduction numbers are written just with the help of look ahead symbols. What are the look ahead symbols are there? In the place of that look ahead symbols, we just write the reduction numbers. Now I5 is also completed. Just go for I7. I7 is A tends to B dot comma dollar. A tends to B dot. Check what is the reduction number? R3. A tends to B. It is R3. So, R3. What is the I7 state? What is the reduction number? R3. What is the look ahead we have? Dollar. In the place of dollar, you just write reduction number R3. I7 is also completed. So, the next we have is I8. I8. Just check the I8 state. So, what is the production? A tends to AA dot. So, this is our production number. What is the reduction number? It is R2. R2 is our reduction number. I8, right? I8. Production number is R2. And what are the look ahead symbols? I8. Just go for the I8 state column. And what is the production number? It is reduction number is R2. And what are the look aheads I have? A and B. In the place of these two, R2, R2. R2, R2. A or B. A terminal R2, B terminal R2 is written. Next, I8 is completed. So, the next one we have is I9. Just go for the I9 state. A tends to AA dot. A tends to AA dot. So, this is the production. This is nothing but R2. I9 production, you just go for I9 production. The reduction number is R2. And what is the look ahead I have? Dollar. So, in the place of dollar, you just write here as R2. Just write it as R2. Write it as R2. So this is nothing but CLR of one parsing table. CLR of one parsing table. So we can tell that the given grammar, for the given grammar, we can construct the CLR of one parsing table. For some grammars, we cannot construct the CLR of one parsing table or any parsing table, because in each column only we should have only one, either shift or reduce. Both should not be there. If we find both shifts or both reduce or shift reduce, both functions or both actions are there, then we don't know which action should be done to draw a diagram or to derive something, to derive any input string. That is not possible. So then at that time we can tell that it is not a CLR of one parsing table. Here each column got only one action, either shift or reduce, or only one go-to functions we got. So we can tell that this is a CLR of one parsing table. So what are the things we did? What is CLR of one? Canonical, left, the given input string, we are going to scan from left to right, and R is for rightmost derivation. The 1 points to the look ahead symbols. The only difference for LR of 0 and SLR of 1 here is we are going to add one extra thing, that is look ahead symbols. We are going to add look ahead symbols here. Then afterwards, we need to find the augmented grammar. After finding the augmented grammar, we are going to find the dots for each production. We are going to write the dot for each production. After that, we need to calculate the LR of one collection of items. LR of one collection of items is nothing but we are going to find out the canonical list of items, nothing but LR of 0 items plus look ahead symbol. So both we are going to calculate. So nothing but here we are going to find the look ahead symbols for each production. Each production we are going to find. Then afterwards we have drawn data flow diagram. Then we have calculated the CLR of one parsing table. So to construct the parsing table, we need to take two things, that is action part and go to part. Action part consists of terminals including dollar, and coming to the go to part, it consists of non-terminals. Based on these productions, based on these states, that many number of states will be there. The number of rows will be there. Here I have 9 states, so that many we are going to plot here. So the reduction numbers are written. Initially we assign the reduction numbers for the original production. We assign reduction numbers for the original production. Based on these look ahead symbols, we are going to plot here. Coming to SLR of one parsing table, there we have calculated first time follow function. After calculating first time follow function, then we have placed the look ahead symbols. Nothing but reduction numbers are placed in the SLR of one parsing table by calculating first time follow. But coming to here in CLR of one parsing table, based on these look ahead symbols, the reduction numbers are plotted here. So this is about CLR of one parsing table. Thank you.